Hello everyone, it's Yvonne here from the Aussie Goddess to do your readings for May. So I thought I might as well get cracking on those while I have an opportunity. I might just shift that over here. Okay, and we'll use those cards. All right. Okay, so this is for the month of May. It is a general reading, so please keep that in mind. Good idea to check out other aspects of your natal chart. Doesn't belong to you, don't wear it, and it will be for the sign of Virgo. Virgo, let's see what's happening for you in May. I'll use the After Tarot at least to start with, and then we'll move on, and I'll draw you an oracle card from the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms by Colette Baron Reid. What? Nine of Cups just jumped out on me there. Oh, okay. And the Seven of Wands. There's some sort of wish you have here, Virgo, that you've never given up on. And I feel that's a really good thing, because whatever you wanted is coming your way. And I think you always knew that. And it's about to surface here. You've just got to close out some sort of cycle before this comes in. But it's right on your doorstep. Okie dokie, alrighty. So some of you can be dealing with a Cancer, Pisces or Scorpio. You could have this in your chart and it could be who you are. But the character of this person can sometimes be a little cold. Sometimes they're a little bit sort of locked into their feelings. It doesn't mean they don't feel them, because they feel their feelings very deeply. But sometimes they're not so good at being overly expressive like the Queen is, and very in touch with that. The King can sometimes be a little bit more sort of conservative about their feelings, but they are a water sign. They do feel deeply. They are definitely, you know, very deep thinkers. Okay, so some of you may be choosing to walk away from someone who's perhaps not telling you how they feel. Perhaps you've had issues, problems with this person with communication around their feelings, and I think you may be choosing to walk away from them. I think you've looked inside their cup and you're not seeing anything, and they're not telling you anything different here. So you're now pouring the cup out and you're moving forward. I feel this has created some pain for you, because it looks as though here you've had very deep feelings for this person, but I don't think they're reciprocating or showing you back. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be romantic love. It does feel like it is romantic love for many of you. It can be love of a parent or love of a husband, but whatever this is here, this is something you've decided that you're really not getting something back from, and I feel you're walking away from it even though you still really love this person, because there's a great deal of pain in this Four of Swords, but I feel like you're trying to grab this sword. You're trying to understand the truth here, and you're moving on. Okay. All right, so we have the Chariot coming out. So being we had the water signs, now we've got the Chariot. It's a very strong indication you could be dealing with a Cancer. But it also means you're moving forward here. You're not looking back. The Sphinx is in this may only be moving slowly, so it may be just a slow progression. It may just be something that you haven't really started to actually put into action yet, but you're definitely making the moves to go in that direction. Okay, so we have the Queen of Wands coming out here. Now, the Queen of Wands, her character is one of someone who's made the right decisions. She's also very much in charge of what she wants. She feels good about it. She feels confident, and she's moving in the right direction. But most of all here, she is trusting her intuition. She's trusting her personal power here. And she's looking at that Chariot. So I know she's ready to go. So I don't think if people have left this situation or left this person behind, that they may have come to the action part yet, but they're definitely ready to go. Yeah, look at that. Walking out towards the future, having a look towards the future, understanding the direction they're going in. Now, I have a strong feeling here that not all of you will walk away not expecting this person to come around, and we'll see with the cards, but I have a very strong feeling here that some of you have realized, you know, this person isn't putting into this relationship. But I feel like somewhere here you really feel that walking away is the only way you can get them to see. So this may be a last ditched attempt to get their attention. Okay, so here we are with the Five of Cups. Now, the Five of Cups for me is very much looking back at the past instead of concentrating what's in the future. So I feel there's a great deal of sadness here about leaving this person behind. But you know you can't rescue them, you know you can't fix them, and so you're choosing to move forward. And maybe you've tried some of those things, maybe you've put a little bit of sort of interest in this, trying to help this person to see, but I don't think they're giving you any response. You know, I don't like it a whole lot when I get the Five of Cups and the Five of Pentacles coming up, because that says to me there is a lot of deep-seated sadness or depression here. So it could be that you've sort of come to the last, or got sort of, it's like the straw that broke the camel's back. It may have got to a point now where you see, maybe you feel like you're drowning here, and you're feeling like if you don't move forward, something's just going to collapse. Okay, so we have the Knight of Pentacles, slow movement, but somebody's picking something up here. Okay, so what you've got here, this Nine of Wands here, talks about, you know, being wounded so many times and perhaps cycling this wounding. So it could be that you have seen, you know, that this is something you've had repeated patterns on. Perhaps you've got into relationships or situations with very cold people, people who don't respond, return, reciprocate. But it could also be this person is scared of getting hurt here. So if this is a fairly, you know, young relationship, or you haven't been with each other a long time, it could be this person has a fear of getting hurt here too. Because I see them taking their time to invest. So it may be that they're not feeling safe yet. Maybe they've had past experiences. There are no swords in this reading. So I'm thinking, have you had the conversation with the person around how they are feeling? Maybe they're just not owning up to it because they're not really sure how to do that with the Nine of Wands. Okay, so it may be that someone is willing to put the work in here with this Eight of Pentacles, and they do feel very passionate about this situation. But again, I have no swords. So again, there doesn't seem to be anybody speaking up about this. So if you feel that you've spoken up before and you haven't been listened to, then there's not much else you can do. But if you haven't spoken to this person or asked them straight out how they're feeling before you walk away, there's a possibility here that they may come clean with it. And I felt that in the beginning, that this person may be that they have a chance to turn around, and maybe you're realizing from walking away from this situation that maybe that they will understand how serious you are now. And still no swords, but we have the Ten of Wands, which is really nice because you're closing out something here. The Emperor's coming out here. So you may be dealing with someone that you have a very deep connection to. You may have a very strong connection to this person. Now, for some of you, it could be a father, brother, or other male relative. And it may be that you've been having a lot of issues along the way, trying to get them to talk to you about things, but they're just not being responsive. For some of you here, I feel that it's got quite unpleasant, quite difficult to manage. You may feel very sad or depressed. They may feel sad or depressed, but something is not moving forward here because someone is not communicating. So if you feel that you want to have a last ditch attempt at it and you haven't had that conversation, there's definitely a calling here for you to speak up and say what you want to say before you walk away. But I do think this person will slowly come around if that's what you want from them. But there needs to be some prompting here. I feel that you've made them some sort of offer here and it's not been reciprocated, or the person hasn't really told you how they're feeling about this whole situation. But to be honest with you, having this Emperor here, you could be dealing with an Aries as well. Okay, so your card that's come out here is the Ringmaster of Scrutiny. This is about discernment, clear vision, and details. So just hold on a moment and I will read that from the book. It's card number 9. Okay. The Ringmaster of Scrutiny is all about the details. Look closely and pay attention to the smallest elements of what's being presented to you on your path. It's in these details, not the broad strokes, that you'll find the breathtaking beauty and perfection in what you observe. This ally is on your side to point to you the deeper meaning of what unfolds in your life, and he reminds you that every moment counts. Staying present in the perfect moment, observing the minute things, leads you to manifest your highest good and greatest desires. Grand gestures are for other times. It's the smallest acts that really count now. So if you haven't had that conversation and you're walking away without really giving the person the opportunity to at least give you reasons to go, then it's probably a good idea to have that conversation with them. If that's what you want to manifest, if this is what you want, if you want a different outcome to the one you're getting here, then definitely have that conversation. Thanks, Virgo.